What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and today I'm team building around Sirfetch'd for Sword and Shield OU, and then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. There's one true switch into Sirfetch'd and OU, and that is Toxapex, so what I'm going to do is add a Choice Scarf Toxtricity to be able to counter that, because it's able to absorb T-Spikes and also provide me speed control. If I were to add a Choice Specs Toxtricity, I wouldn't probably add another Choice Pokemon, because honestly having half the team choiced sounds horrible, so let's just go ahead and Choice Scarf this for speed control right now. Volt Switch plus Overdrive should still pressure it enough, despite the lack of power boost from Choice Specs. Then what I can do is run Sludge Wave and Boom Burst. Boom Burst is great because it's able to pressure Hydreigon even after it subs up, so we can go ahead and break through that if it's already weakened. Makes it so that we don't have to rely on First Impression to revenge it. Let's go ahead and run Max Special Attack, Max Speed with a Modest Nature. This way we speed tie with Pokemon such as Dracovish as well as Dracozolt, as well as opposing Toxtricity if they're also Choice Scarf, which, honestly, I'm probably the only person who's ever ran this. I don't ever see Choice Scarf Toxtricity. They're all like Choice Specs or Shift Gear with Throat Spray, but what I want to do now is add a Pokemon that can switch into Seismitoad, because if I mispredict with Toxtricity, say I Sludge Wave or Electric Move into that thing, Sirfetch'd cannot reliably come in due to the possibility of Toxic or Scald Burn, so I definitely want a Grass type. The two that people usually go for are Ferrothorn or Rotom-Mow, and I think I'm going to go with Rotom-Mow. The reason being, the core is able to really nicely pressure, what's the Pokemon called? Corviknight. However, while Rotom does care about Toxic, it also provides me more offense and breaking potential, whereas I think I can add Hazards and more of a pivot later, so I don't think I need Ferrothorn right now. I just want the Nasty Plot breaker, so let's go ahead and run Nasty Plot, Leaf Storm, Volt Switch, and Will-O-Wisp with the leftovers on this. I think this will really help out. Even if this ends up getting Toxic, I can still get momentum by just Volt Switching out. Nobody leaves in Seismitoad on the Rotom unless they're Protect, so that's fine. Obviously, if they Protect, I might click Leaf Storm the next turn, you never know, but that'll be a little bit tougher of a situation. We'll figure it out, though. Let's go ahead and run Force Spadef and move on. What do I need now? I noticed that my two electrics are both special attackers, so I would definitely love a physical attacker that can pressure those Corviknights, because, well, actually, Sirfetch'd might drop them, but a lot of Corviknights actually like to run speed on bulk up sets, and that actually is able to outrun Sirfetch'd, so that's a bit scary, but what else could I add? I definitely want Hazards of my own to help out my Toxtricity endgames. That'll be really helpful. So what could I do regarding that? Seismitoad wouldn't be bad. It would also provide me with the Dracovish switch in, which Rotom is not one of those. So that sounds really reliable. I could double up on grasses and run Ferrothorn with spikes. That's also not the worst idea. What else would it help me with, though? It'd provide me with a better Gyarados check, because like Jolly Gyarados will outspeed, well, even Adamant Gyarados would outspeed my Toxtricity, which does need 4 EVs. I definitely like the Seismitoad better, though, because Dracovish just seems like such an issue, and like I'm pretty sure Ferrothorn gets 2-hit KO'd by Banded Fish's Rend, so that's not really something I want to rely on. Also, this just provides me like a better check to random rain Pokemon like Barraskewda, so you never know when that'll be useful. Let's go ahead and run leftovers on it with Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Scald, and Toxic. So that's great. Let's go ahead and run Max HP, Max Defense. From here, I definitely want another physical breaker would be great if I'm being honest. Like, I like Sirfetch'd, but its speed tier is not that good. So what else could I add? Is there anything in like UU I really want to try that could synergize well with these Pokemon? We're like 4 minutes in, I already have like 4 Pokemon on the team, but that's alright. I don't mind a quick builder. Let's see what else I can add. I'm sure it'll be fine anyway. Anything in UUBL? Obstagoon wouldn't be bad. Obstagoon would be able to pressure Pex. I'm pretty sure Facade like blows that away, so that'll help out Sirfetch'd as well. And also, it doesn't really care about Toxic if I want to pivot that into the Seismitoad because of Guts, so yeah, I think I will go Obstagoon. The question is, do I run Bulk Up Obstruct or Obstruct 3 attacks? Am I scared of Tyranitar plus Drill enough to the point where I'm willing to sacrifice Bulk Up just to get rid of Sand and help out the team? I think I am scared of that. Let's go ahead and run Obstruct, and then I'll run 3 attacks, being Knockoff, Facade, and Close Combat, because I don't want to only rely on Toad as my drill check. That sounds really pointless. I'll run Guts on this, of course, with Flame Orb, just because getting burnt is always better than getting poisoned, but if I have to get poisoned, it is what it is, right? I'm going to run Adamant on this. Like, the Jolly speed tier is cool, but it's really only helpful against Pokemon like drill outside of sand, which I don't think I'm going to run into that scenario very much, so let's see what else I need now. We have one slot left on the team. We also have no hazard control and no dragon switching, so honestly, Hatterene right here might be the way to go. The reason being, it provides me with magic bounce as well as a dragon resist, and then I have Obstagoon as the ghost resist for Shadow Ball from Dragapult. Honestly, sounds okay. Like, I don't think I need the defog as long as I have the magic bounce right here. So let's go ahead and do this with the Soul Vest. Wow, this was a really quick builder, but I believe in this team. I think it'll do well. Let's go ahead and run Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Mystical Fire, and Nuzzle. I can't believe I actually used to run Mystical Fire and Shadow Ball. That's such pointless coverage, but at least I learned to run Nuzzle now. Let's go ahead and run minus speed with a 0 IVs, and that looks good. I think that's going to be the team. Abilities are correct, right? Let's go ahead and get started. So this is definitely hyper offense. I definitely want to be careful about the Bisharp. I think Obstagoon can probably take it on because I have close combat. They're going to lead either with the Mew or the Grimmsnarl, so maybe I just lead Hatterene. It doesn't really stop any of their sweepers anyway, so yeah, I don't really see the value in it. Let's just try to wear down one of these leads with it and spam Dazzling Gleam here. That's probably fine. They might pivot out here into like Aegislash if they really want to. I don't know who I would go on that, to be honest. Maybe like Toad, but they actually skill swap, so they're able to get rid of my magic bounce. I'm just gonna go back to the Hatterene, dude. I don't understand this. Actually, I should have calced whether I just killed with my Scarf hit. That was kind of dumb. Alright, it's alright though. Outcome's right here. I don't think this is the Rocker. It's probably just gonna go for Earthquake, if anything. Is it worth going Rotom, is my question. I don't think it is. Like, Rotom's still useful against Pokemon like Aegislash, especially the Lucario as well if they're not a speed boosting nature, so maybe the best play is just to go Toad and try to get my own hazards here. That hurt a lot, wow. I didn't expect it to do so much damage. Well, I guess I'll get up rocks now because they don't have the Grimmsnarl in to taunt me. And like, obviously I'm gonna go Hatterene here. Because Seismitoad can still be somewhat useful if they're physical Lucario, so yeah, let's just try to throw this out. Good play going for skill swap on the switch, but I should still be able to Dazzling Gleam through your Pokemon. And yeah, Obstagoon is going to be really useful here. I just got to make sure it doesn't take like a priority hit from the Lucario, and I should be fine. Scarf Toxtricity looks really strong as well, but I get rid of that. Is that too many hazards for Obstagoon to be able to check Bisharp? That's my question. I don't think it is. I should be fine here. I should be able to just Dazzling Gleam. They're able to not knock me out, and I crit them back. I don't know if the crit mattered, but I'm actually really surprised I lived that. So now I can use my Obstagoon against the Aegislash more safely, which is kind of helpful. Had they knocked me out the next turn, I think I would have not used my Obstagoon to revenge. I probably would have gone like Sirfetch'd and clicked First Impression or something. But yeah, that definitely makes it easier for me right there. I wonder who they even bring in now. It ends up being the Aegislash, okay. Well, I'll just go for Mystical Fire and then try to revenge using my Obstagoon. That doesn't really scare me because I have, what's it called? Obstagoon. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring that out, right? And I believe my best play is just to go for Obstruct on the King Shield. Because this way I'm guaranteed getting rid of this, so that'll be useful. Yeah, they go for King Shield. Ideally, I mean, they could easily King Shield again, but I'm still going to knock off, because even at -2, I should have no problem knocking this out. They actually end up pivoting in Lucario, so I definitely want to keep this, I believe. The problem is, who do I throw out then? Because I could lose to, like, Rock Polish or Hyperior if I go Toad. I'm not faster if they're the speed boosting nature, which makes this a little bit tougher for me. I also don't really want them setting up here, because if they go for Swords Dance, I could straight up lose if they're extreme speed, so I think I have to attack. Let's go for Facade. They just attacked, so bad play on my end, but I guess it's fine. What I can do here is go to... I think Rotom can stop the Rhyperior. Let's just be careful about the Aegislash, which I think like Toxtricity should be able to deal with. What I want to do here is go... Actually, maybe the play is going Toxtricity now. It's either that or I go Sirfetch'd. Those are really the only two plays, but I don't know if Sirfetch'd actually lives, so let's go Toxtricity here. And my best play is to go right for Overdrive. If Boomburst kills, that's my play. I guess I can just calc it. Let's find out. Yeah, tough first game. These hazards are actually giving me kind of a hard time. Boomers does drop this thing, so yeah, let's go for that, I think. Ends up being Rhyperior. That took so much, too. I think the best play that covers both Age-Slash doubling in and them staying in would be Seismitoad. Because I could still keep this for the Lucario if need be. So yeah, let's go to Toad here. As they double into the Age-Slash, this should have no way to kill me, and I can just freely Earthquake. Like, they might pivot into Grimmsnarl, I guess, but even that damage is going to be really good. I don't know if I win this, though. That's the thing. So that did a lot. They're obviously just going to get up screens, because, like, that's kind of their win con at this point. But I don't know how much it's going to help them. They should actually attack here, but they get up the next screen. I don't really think that's the play, dude. Because now how do you revenge me? I mean, sure, this is special, but I think I can drop you here and then maybe clean up using Rotom. That seems okay. Or is the better play to switch this out? I think I attack it. Yeah, that didn't even do that much. Wow. Okay, I might be even able to take another hit then. Ends up being Rhyperior. I mean, this should have speed for me. It doesn't have speed for me, so that's getting dropped as well. And then, yeah, they're gonna run, so I'll be right back. Okay, now we have some bulky offense with Sand, which is definitely tough, but if I can predict with Sirfetch'd, that'll help me out, and my Rotom actually looks pretty strong right here, so those are two things I definitely have going for me. I have a feeling they lead off with the Clef, so I'm gonna lead Hatterene here. Ends up being Tyranitar, so this is kind of weird because, like, I really want to pivot in Toad, but if it takes too much damage, I think I lose to Drill. Damage on Tyranitar doesn't really help out much though, except for like Toxtricity, but they still have a Kommo-o after all, so I'm just trying to figure out the correct sequence of plays. I think I will go Toad. Yeah, that's definitely Banded, and this damage sucks because they're going to weaken me for Drill whether I like it or not, but I'll get up Rocks here, then pivot back to Hatterene on this. They try to get up their Rocks, which obviously I'm not going to let happen here. I really like the play of going for Mystical Fire on either Corviknight or Excadrill. Ends up being Excadrill, so yeah, that's great. And, I mean, they could Rapid Spin. They could also just easily Iron Head. Let's go Toad. Ends up being Rapid Spin, so I'll just get up Rocks here. They might be aggressive and stay into Earthquake, though. Do I want to predict that? That should have no problem to it KOing me, even though they're leftovers, so kind of a tough turn here. What do I want to do? I think they're getting in Clef, so I'm going to go for Rocks. Ah, they made the play. Okay, good play, dude. I definitely have to give you credit there. Let's try to Earthquake here. They just get rid of the hazards. Okay, so it looks like I'm not playing with hazards this game, but at the very least what I was able to do is... They're going to Draco here, by the way, so I'm going to go Hatterene. They actually Shadow Balled when I could have pivoted in Obstagoon. That really surprises me, but I'm not even scared of Kommo-o, if I'm being honest. Like, I have so good checks to that. I'll go to Obstagoon now. Yeah, I'm really surprised he would Shadow Ball, but I guess it is what it is. I'll just go for Knockoff here. T-Tar comes in. I can just go for Close Combat after. So Obstagoon is doing some work. I want Sirfetch'd to do something, but... Hello? Why? Dude, you're gonna get not dropped. Never mind. I'm gonna knock off here. I catch the Dragapult. I was about to cancel it, actually, but I didn't really want to, I guess. And by I didn't mean want to, I just mean that the game didn't let me in time. Let's go for Facade. They might heal. Yeah, they're making the correct play and just going for the healing move, which makes sense for sure. It may even be worth it to keep this to knock off the Corviknight, but I don't think I need to. It looks like the next one drops them, so they should try to go for Double Protect, maybe. I don't think this play is a winning play, dude, because it just allows me to get in my Rotom and Nasty Plot for the win. Yeah, this should be over. Ends up being Kommo-o. Leaf Storm should pick it off. The other play is going for Volt Switch. I guess I'll Volt out. Yeah, I get my damage and bring in... I like Sirfetch'd here on the Rocks, and I can just go right for CC. Clef gets blown away. Yeah, that's way too much damage. They can protect, but it's really not going to help them. Sirfetch'd is here. Corviknight comes in. I'm pretty sure you just get dropped as well, dude. Yeah, Sirfetch'd is way too strong for this thing, and Kommo-o is not going to win, so I'll be right back. So this one is interesting. They have Rain, but their only Rain abuser is the Seismitoad. It could be Sludge Wave for Rotoms, so that's definitely something I want to keep in mind, because Rotom actually looks kind of strong right here against like Hatterene and Togekiss, so let's not be reckless with it. I think the best lead is my Toxtricity. Ends up being Pelipper lead. I don't think they're going to go hard into the Toad, if I had to guess. I'm going to go for Overdrive. Yeah, they pivoted Aegislash, and I actually crit coming in, which is kind of big. I can easily click Overdrive again if I really want to, but... Okay, say they got in the Toad right here, what would I do about it? They go Toad, I overdrive, I don't hit them. I could go hard Rotom. If they're Life Orb, I'd probably get dropped by 2 Sludge Waves, which is scary. I don't like that situation. The other play would be going hard into my own Toad, which, actually looking at that, because I have so much damage on Aegislash now, that's not that bad. Yeah, so let's overdrive here and then get in Toad on this turn. Yeah, and then I think I can just maybe Scald under Rain or Earthquake, because I don't want to click Rocks when Hatterene is right there. I could click Toxic, but like, yeah, they go for Rocks. Do I Toxic or do I Quake? I don't want them going Hydreigon, but I have a Hatterene at the end of the day. Yeah, they go out into their own Hatterene. They clearly don't want my hazards up. This could be Giga Drain, which is actually something that's really tough for me to pivot into. I'll use my own Hatterene. Ends up being Future Sight. That's really cool. If I had to guess, they're pivoting Pelipper here. Let's go for Dazzling Gleam. It should be able to drop the Aegislash if I had to guess. And it will hit this decently hard. I wonder if this is Assault Vest Future Sight. Because that Earthquake did a lot, so they may not have HP investment. Okay, they're AV, because we're doing the exact same amount to each other. Togekiss comes in, and I take Future Sight damage. So here's the weird thing about this exchange. If I... Like, the thing is, if they could just spam Air Slash, and if I don't break through, I lose the game automatically. If I were to get a Nuzzle off here, because I'll live any one hit, I would basically... Well, I wouldn't win the game, but this would be like the biggest threat gone, so I'm going to go for the odds here. They actually not Choice Scarf, never mind. So that helps a lot. Who are they going to try to pass that to? Does Dazzling Gleam drop Aegislash on Shield form? Because if it does, then I want to click Dazzling Gleam to prevent Hatterene from getting the wish. Aegislash. Say it's Spadef, I guess. It's not going to get dropped. Actually, they don't usually run that much Spadef. So if they were just max HP even with the Spadef boosting nature, they wouldn't live. I'm going to go for Dazzle here. It ate it up. Why? That's max special attack. I guess they're just really Spadef. I was gonna Mystical Fire, but I thought I would drop it if I'm being honest. I'll go to Seismitoad. Actually, no. Let's stay in. It's not worth having Seismitoad take the damage. Let's just go for Mystical Fire. This way, if they're dumb and Swords Dance, I'm fine too, or do something like that. Yeah. So it ends up being Pelipper coming in next. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go hard Toad. I think that was banded too, so Toad would have probably gotten dropped by 2 of them. Right here. I mean, they don't have a Fairy Resist, but at the end of the day, I'm not really getting an attack off anymore. I would have laughed if I lived that. Let's go out into my Rotom-Mow. And Volt Switch is just a very free click here. They're probably going to sack off their own Hatterene, or maybe go hard Hydreigon. Those are like the only 2 plays, basically. They end up making the Hydreigon option. This is still kind of tough. I'm going to go Sirfetch'd, and I think right now I want to make the safer play and go for First Impression. I could be really aggressive and go for... I'm going to make the Poison Jab play. Yeah, I'm going to predict. So now they can pivot in Hydreigon again. Yeah, and that would be fine. It's just... Like, Toad is the scary thing, right? If I can get rid of Toad, I think I can wrap it up using Sirfetch'd First Impression plus Scarf Toxtricity. That seems really valuable. I just want to make sure that I have Sirfetch'd so that way I can Revenge Scarf Hydreigon reliably. Because I don't want to get Dark Pulse flinched down, and I'm pretty sure it's Scarf because the Togekiss wasn't. So they pivot in Pelipper here. If I go Toad in the U-turn, they get in the Hydreigon, which is not what I want. And also I'll take unnecessary damage. I think I actually get the Flame Orb going here. This way I force in Toad. I guess they could go Hydreigon and Draco if they really want to. There's not really a good play that prevents that besides Toxtricity. Yeah, and I don't want to take the hit with Toxtricity here. Let's go Obstagoon. They end up going for Hurricane, so now I get to drop somebody with Visad. Unless they're actually faster than me, which would mean they would Choice Scarf. And I'm pretty sure we saw Rain stay up for too many turns for this to be Scarf, right? I mean, it shouldn't really matter. The damage on this is going to be valuable for Boom Burst. It might even drop. Didn't Obstagoon crit something else earlier? What crit the Bisharp game 1? Something crit a Bisharp game 1. Was it, I don't remember what I crit with. So out comes this. I'm Adamant, so there's no chance of me outspeeding here. I don't really see the point in keeping this too. I think maybe what I can do is sack, then get in... Actually, no, the sack here is definitely not this. It's probably my Toad at this point. Let's scout what they're clicking. They're going for U-turn. Okay. Well, if they're going for U-turn, this is the easiest Sirfetch'd of my life. Yeah, now I can claim somebody, so that's really helpful. Hatterene comes out. I actually want to double check whether I can drop this using close combat here, because there's like no reason to risk if I don't have to. Let's see. I have a feeling it gets dropped over, but oh, never mind, it doesn't. So I guess I should maybe knock off. Yeah, because that way if Hydreigon came back and its Scarf was gone as well, so that's helpful. Now they're going to bring back the Hydreigon, obviously. I could lose to crits. Could I? No, I can't. The big thing right now is trying to get the Hydreigon in range of Boom Burst. Or honestly, either of them in range of Boom Burst would probably be enough here. You know, it's really weird. I don't know why people run like Rock's offensive Toad. I feel like that's just such a big overlap. Even on Rain, like you could always Rock something else, like a Ferrothorn and, as a pivot, and then use Seismitoad fully offensively. Like, when are you ever actually going to click Rocks with the Toad if you have Rain up? That's the question, right? I don't really think it's smart, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. I would always run like Rocks Pharaoh and then all-out attacking Toad with like dual Water Stab, Ground Move, and maybe Sludge Wave, but yeah, I'll be right back. So now we have more of like a traditional Rain team with a Ferrothorn plus Seismitoad core. It could still be like Rock Seismitoad and then Spikes on Pharaoh for all I know, but Cinderace is definitely a weird pick if you have that much hazard stack, so maybe it's all out attacking Toad and Rock's Ferrothorn like I mentioned. I guess we'll find out soon. I'm gonna lead off with my Toxtricity. Ends up being Cinderace lead, so this is really interesting. Do I drop them here? Because I think Boom Burst is my strongest hit, right? Another question is, if I don't, is it worth going for damage? I don't kill them. If they're Scarf, I want to say they don't kill me. If they're Banded, I won't kill them and I'll die, though, so that's tough. Yeah, Banded for sure will kill me. I don't really want to go hard Toad on a U-turn. I think they're U-turning. I'm going to Boom Burst. 92. Ah, they were Banded. I should have gone Toad. Like, the thing is, had they U-turned right there and I got 92 for free, that would have been huge, but unfortunately that wasn't the case, so tough turn, but it's still not over at all. Like, what I can do here is bring in... I don't actually know who I want to bring in, to be honest. I guess I'll go Toad, but like, Toad's health is really valuable, so it makes it a little bit tough here. I'm gonna Rocks up. Hello? They were not Banded. Are you Adamant Boots, dude? You have to be Adamant Boots, then. That's the only way, right? Yeah, they're Adamant heavy-duty boots. Or they're like... What's the fire plate called again? Blaze plate? I honestly have no idea. So this is weird. I don't know if they have like Toxic or like Grass Knot or something to catch me here, but I'm gonna go Rotom. I guess, like, is it even worth going Rotom is another question. Do I go Obstagoon instead? Obstagoon does look really strong. I gotta keep this, obviously. I guess I can go Hat. Yeah, they were Grass Knot. Okay, so I'm glad I caught that. What I can do here is go right for Mystical Fire. Maybe the better play is just Dazzle first. Yeah, let's go for Dazzle. I think Dazzle is a relatively safe click. Although, at this point, why wouldn't I do Psychic, right? Psychic's basically better. I mean, it's just like, would they make a horrible play into Dracovish? I don't think they would. Let's just go for Psychic. Dracovish is not a play here, ever. Yeah, you either like pivot Ferrothorn, or you just try to get damage on me. Pelipper is an okay play too, I guess. You can get the Rain and then U-turn. Oh, but it's getting dropped the next time it comes in. I didn't realize that was the case. Well, let's go for Psychic again. Maybe I should Dazzle this time. Yeah, I'm going to Dazzle this time, in case they end up going Dracovish. Ends up being Ferrothorn, though, which is the correct play. I think I can make an aggressive switch into Sirfetch'd here pretty safely. I'm like so tempted to double Dazzle, if I'm being honest. I'm going to do it. One turn. Come on, let's try it. I want to see whether I can catch Cinderace. Just go for a knockoff, okay. Well, at least I didn't lose my choice band, so first impression still really good here. Let's go for Mystical Fire now. At least like I can prevent this thing from recovering. I don't really think I need my Hatterene. They go for Power Up and miss. I think that probably 2-hit KO'd. Oh, and that does a lot. Yeah, so I feel kind of bad about that, but they still had to hit 2 of them. Does my team have a single inaccurate move, I just realized? Leaf Storm. Yeah, Leaf Storm is inaccurate. Nothing on that can miss. Obstagoon, Facade, Close Combat, Knockoff are all accurate. Scald, Earthquake. So it's just Leaf Storm. I like that about this team. I didn't even realize that when I was building. So that's why I'm not really getting too unlucky, I guess. I mean, I could get crit for all I know, but... Like, so far, I haven't really gotten that unlucky this live, and I guess the accuracy is definitely helping out. I don't even think I've had to throw off a Leaf Storm during this video yet, right? Yeah. You know, I wish, like, Magic Bounce removed Court Change's ability. That would be so perfect. Because, like, now they're gonna go to that Court Change for the Pelipper. If it's not Boots Cinderace, though, they already lost. Like, if these are both dead on entry, it's over. So, out comes this. I'll obviously sack this here. They're gonna Liquidate, most likely. I guess they could be really aggressive and try to CC into Toad, but I would never make that play here. There's, like, no reason for me to do that. They tried to go for Crunch. I'm assuming that was intended to catch my Toad. What I can do here is bring in Rotom and Leaf Storm. Is I think the best idea? Yeah. I mean, I can beat the Toad using Obstagoon, maybe. Like, just Obstruct to stall Hatterene later. Let's go for Leaf Storm here. I guess Volt is also okay. If I don't want to miss. Let's just Leaf Storm. Like, the thing is, I'm pretty confident they're just going to go for damage, so what do I want to do? Let's go for Volt. Would you go hard Toad? I don't want to miss, but I also don't want to make a bad play because I'm scared of a miss, right? That seems really pointless, so let's just Leaf Storm here and try to be a bit safe about it. I think they're going to sack this, then try to get in the Cinderace to... Okay, don't miss. Nice. Now they're going to try to hit Court Change, right? That's like their only play here. Because, like, unless they're not Boots. If they're not Boots Cinderace, I'm pretty sure I already won this game. But, yeah, because I just win with Obstagoon clicking Obstruct into a couple moves. So, we'll see. I think based on how long they're taking with this turn, they're definitely not the Boots. Although, maybe they're just thinking whether they want to go Dracovish for a kill first. Okay, it is Boots. I'll obviously click Volt Switch here. They have to Court Change to have a chance, so... Like, if they don't here, what I can do is just go, I think, Sirfetch'd to First Impression. Do I go hard into my own Toad here? If it takes too much damage, I could lose to Dracovish, and that would just be silly, so let's Volt. Yeah, they Court Change, so I get that play right. Actually, what I can do here is go Obstagoon and force a kill, because... Unless there's Scarf Dracovish under Rain, which would be a little bit odd in my opinion, but we'll see. I think they're definitely going to set Rain here, if I had to guess. And then... Rotom being damaged might be really bad. I can Facade here. I'll be able to kill this. Then, how do I not lose to Dracovish? This is what I'm trying to figure out. So I drop that. If they go out into the Seismitoad, I mean, if they go Dracovish, it's definitely Scarf. They're going to go Toad, though. I think if I want to beat the Dracovish, I have to keep my Toad. So how can I beat Seismitoad without using my own Toad is the question. I can Obstruct here to stall, because I'll definitely get dropped by whatever they click, right? So I think that's the game plan. I stall out this Rain, then I can revenge using Rotom. Do I have enough turns to do that, though? So I'm able to Obstruct there. This could be really bad. Do I try to pivot around using my own Toad or not? I don't think I can do it. I'm going to Facade. They tried to catch my Toad, and I couldn't risk that right there. If it took damage, I would have lost to Dracovish, but had they Hydroed right there, they could have still won, so... Tough endgame for sure. I definitely acknowledge their prediction. Although they were basically playing off a choke at that point. I'm dying to my own burn, dude, and they run, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we have this player here who is running a Toxtricity of his own, as well as Mimikyu, so that's a little bit scary. Mimikyu in particular does pretty well for him. I definitely want to keep my Scarf Toxtricity, but... Yeah, if it's Jolly Swords Dance Mimikyu with a Life Orb, that might just win. So let's try to avoid it, but it might be impossible. Are you Woodhammer? I actually really want to scout for Woodhammer. Nobody runs that in 2019. Get out of here, dude. You're not Woodhammer. And I'm Scalding, too. Like, I don't even care if you switch out. Maybe I should just Earthquake. Like, it's not like it's going to help me if I Scald into Corviknight unless I get the burn. Let's just EQ in case they try to pivot to their own Toad. If this guy's Wood... Does it even get Woodhammer? I feel like that might be a move that it doesn't get this gen. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me seeing what was removed. Let's see what they do, though. They go Corviknight. Okay, good play. Could be Taunt, but it could also just be like a U-turn sort of thing. I'll go for Rocks and see what they want to do. Yeah, they just U-turn out, so I get to keep my Rocks up. And I could make an aggressive play after that. Never mind, this came in. If it's Poison Jab, that's really bad. Yeah, maybe I should have accounted for this a bit more when team building. Well, I definitely need my Seismitoad, I think. I don't need it. I can go for Earthquake safely, I think. Oh, CC didn't even drop me. Okay, that's really helpful. They're definitely going to Mach Punch here, but it's really not worth risking anybody else. Let's go for Earthquake again. They were faster. I don't know why I thought they would Mach Punch, but I have a few plays here. I can go Sirfetch'd and Close Combat. That involves Prediction. I can go Toxtricity, which involves Prediction. Rotom really doesn't involve any prediction, but it might take a Mach Punch here, which is the scary part of this. So I'm going to Volt and see what exactly they want to do. They should Mach Punch for damage. They should recognize how big of a threat my Rotom is, but I don't want to like go somebody else and they get in Corviknight to defog on a Boom Burst or something like that. That would be like the worst case scenario. So this allows me to get an Obstagoon and just knock off. I think even if there's Scarf, there's no way I get dropped by one hit, so I should be good to knock off here. Best case, they just randomly pivot into a Ghost type, which are like the two biggest threats, but they should just like stay in. Or go Corviknight. I would say Conk to be honest, but I don't know what's going through their head. They are Choice Scarf, okay, good to know. I'm pretty sure that is, right? Yeah, because even with my Adamant Nature, there's no way they outspeed me. Okay, Helmet Toad ate that up. I'm gonna get in my Hatterene here. Actually, Facade might drop them. I think it does. I'm gonna go for that. Good play. But the damage still here is really vital for Boom Burst spam. Although, looking at... I don't know why I'm trying to Boom Burst spam. Look at their two Ghost types. Maybe just for, like... It doesn't help Rotom at all. Although, I guess weakening it for Volt Switch could be useful. Let's see what they do. But yeah, this might be my first L. Like... Those Ghosts plus Conkeldurr give me a really hard time. I'll try to play around it, though, and see if I can do something here. Like, maybe I crit a knockoff. Or maybe I just high roll a knockoff and it kills. Never mind. They Roost. I can spam CC and see whether that's doing anything else. It might do more than knock. Or I think it'll do a similar amount. Did nothing. They're like max Fizz Def. They knock me out with a U-turn. I think if I want to win this game, I need that Toxtricity gone, so... Yeah, once I get rid of Toxtricity, my Rotom might be able to do it, but... We'll see. What I'm hoping happens here is they go Mimikyu. Okay, that's not what I was hoping to see. I'll go this, and... I think the play is to Volt. They might stay in just to, like, Swords Dance. They go Age Slash, though. That's an interesting pivot, to be honest. It's gonna have King Shield. I don't really have a strong play against this. Like, I could go Sirfetch'd to knock off, but if they King Shield, I'm just gonna do, like, no damage the next turn. So, that makes this really difficult. It still might be the play, though, but... Like, first impression might be useful, too. I think the play is I go Rotom and Volt Switch, like, into, like, Hat or something. Okay, let's go Sirfetch'd. I think that's the best idea. I'm just gonna knock off here. Like, even if I don't kill them, the damage could be vital. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna get bodied this game. This is already looking pretty bad. Gotta try, though. Let's see. I mean, if you don't have King Shield, I'm actually in an alright spot. Because knockoff should be able to drop the Conk from, like, whatever it's at right now. Yes, if they're not King Shield, that'll help. If they have it, I don't know why they've clearly not clicked it yet. Like, it's very obvious that I'm banded. They don't have it. At least I don't think they did. They were choice banned, yeah. So they got some chip on me. I don't know if it's enough for Mach Punch. I guess I'll run that in the calc. What's your defense? 95? That might be enough to live a Mach Punch, because I'm still relatively healthy. Like, 62% is pretty good. That's not good. No, that is Guts. Okay, so I can live a Mach Punch. Ends up being Mimikyu, so I'm assuming this is trying to play rough here. I'm going to pivot into my Toxtricity to Volt again. I could try to catch Toad this time. Is that something I'm interested in trying? Catch Toad with Boom Burst. If they went Toad here, I can safely pivot into my Hatterene. I don't think I have any reason not to Volt Switch. It would just be really bad if they went Toad and then doubled out. Yeah, that would be like really bad. I'm going to Volt. I don't think I can allow this to stay in. Like, if I stayed in and Boom Bursted and they started to Swords Dance up, it's GG, right? So, I have to Volt. It's Life Orb, though, so... And maybe the disguise that I get... The damage I get through the disguise right here if they stay in, plus the Life Orb recoil will save me this game? I did get rid of Aegislash, which is helpful, but I need Toxtricity gone. They sack the Corviknight, interestingly. Okay. That's a good play, I guess. What I can do here is bring in... I like Sirfetch'd the most, actually. The reason is, it drops Conk, it can break Mimikyu's Disguise, and it might actually get the damage I need on Toxtricity with First Impression for, like, my Rotom. I need it in range of rocks, to be honest. So yeah, this is the play. I'm gonna go for knockoff here. I mean, First Impression here to break this sub. Disguise, sorry. So there's that. I think the next maneuver I should make here is either Toxtricity and Predict again, or I go Rotom to take some damage. I don't think I can afford to have Rotom take a hit. Although in hindsight, I don't think it'll matter. Like, if I take a hit right here, I'm still not gonna... It's not gonna put me in range of Mach Punch, I don't think, and I'm not living a hit from Toxtricity anyway, so yeah, let's just Volt out. They might sack Conk, they might go hard Toxtricity, those are both viable options, but like Dazzling Gleam also looks really strong here. And my Toxtricity can still live a Mach Punch, so if I can get rid of this right here, then yeah, they switch it out, which is what I was anticipating. Do I just go for the Speed Tie? I think the play is Hatterene. I'm gonna go Hat here. What I'm going to do is Dazzle, obviously. Actually, does that even drop this? I mean, I have no reason not to Psychic, never mind. And I will live a Sludge Wave due to my AV. If I can kill this here, then my Rotom should have it. Yeah, I ate that up. Okay, good. I might have actually done this. Let's see. I mean, they should go to, like, Mimic. Actually, is Mimikyu a good play? Because then they would take Life Orb and Rocks, and that would put them in range of hazards. That might be actually what I need. And then I can spam Boom Burst. So yeah, I don't think they can afford to go Mimikyu, actually. Because, like, Fizz Def Toad should drop to Boom Burst from 46. So, like, they're gonna kill me here. Whether it's... I think they should go, like, Mimikyu. That seems to be the option. I guess they could go Conk. Tough game. I don't think... They might have this if they play it right. They go Mimikyu, though. This is the wrong play, I think. All I gotta do right here is have them attack me. So they're gonna Shadow Claw, right? They actually risk Play Rough, which is, like, insane to me. I just go to this, and I click Volt Switch every time. And I believe Boom Burst just wraps it up unless they crit Mach Punch. Honestly, even if they do crit Mach Punch, doesn't Rotom wrap it up anyway? I want to say it does. So I drop this. And then they go for Sneak. That means you can't even reliably revenge me anymore, dude. I think I somehow won this game. I think I'm in a nasty plot. The reason being, if they're a Drain Punch Conk, I want to drop them with a Volt Switch to ensure that they're not getting a recovery. So let's nasty plot once. They go for that. I have to hit a Leaf Storm here, which is scary, but I'll try that. And then, yeah, by doing this, I ensure that I don't lose to Conk ever. So let's go for Volt here and wrap it up. Yeah, they tried to Mach right there. Like, say they actually were able to get the Drain Punch off, that would have been bad. So I'll be right back. Lord, I have another game right here. This will be the last one. If we win, we actually go undefeated, which would be really cool. So let's see what I can do right here. I want to lead off with my... If they lead off with the Hippo, I could pivot into Hatterene or Toad. I like Toxtricity lead a lot. They do lead Hippo, so that's really tough. What I can do here is go Toad, though. Like I mentioned. Actually, I think Hatterene first is better. But Earthquake would have hurt that. That's the problem. And it is my Toxapex check, so let's go Toad first. Yeah, Earthquake would have done too much. What I can do here is either try to Toxic or get up Rocks. I like Rocks. Okay, I guess they were willing to let me Toxic them. I'll go for Toxic now. They let the Conkeldurr get put on a timer. That's really interesting. I mean, Conkeldurr still gives my team a hard time, as we saw, so... Let's see what I can do. Do I actually want to sack this? Because it's good against a Drill. Maybe I should keep it. But nobody switches into Drain Punch except for Hatterene, and Hatterene's gonna get dropped after, so... Let's just Earthquake. Drain Punch hurts, for sure, but I can still wear this down. And this is like one of the biggest threats to my team, so I'm very happy about this. Yeah, like, that's doing so much. And they don't even recover it there, so this is dropped now. Yeah, I think if I want to reliably revenge it... Well, actually, I don't want to have a Rotom take a hit again. It looks really good this time. Let's go to Sirfetch'd here. And I think the play I'm going to make is knockoff. They do go Peck, so I knock off. I actually crit it, so that's really helpful. I go Hatterene this turn always. So they valued the priority. I can bring in Hat. Ends up going for Recover. I don't see a good Nuzzle resist. And I doubt you're going Hard Drill. Actually, they could go Hard Drill. Let's just Psychic. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to Nuzzle this, but I guess it doesn't really matter. What I can do here is bring in... I'm gonna... Watch this double Psychic. I was actually about to cancel in double Psychic, predicting the U-turn to Hippo, but the game did not give me time to do that. I'm glad I didn't, but... I don't know, weird turn. I think I can still do this with a Rotom. They can have this. I mean, if they... Do you want it? It's right here. Don't get full parried, it's yours. Okay, they're willing to play these odds, which I think is very interesting. Don't get full parried, and the Hatterene's right, all yours, man. Okay, now are they gonna kill me? Like, what's the deal here? Their special attack is like nothing now. And they got full parried on a crit turn. Cool. I guess I'll take that. Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. Ends up being Bisharp. I have to attack this, obviously. I would Mystical Fire, but that gives them a Defiant boost, so there's like absolutely no point. I can go Obstagoon here. And my best play is to close combat. They might pivot to Hippo. Ends up being Peck's pivot. When did this recover? Did it just recover and I forgot? I'll Facade here. Maybe they're not Baneful Bunker, but this is going to be tough if they are. Also, it's going to be tough if they're T-Spikes instead of Toxic, but... Okay, they stay in. They take a lot. Actually, I can knock off this turn, right? There's, like, no reason for me to not Facade, though, so let's just do that. I dropped the Pex, but it still might not be enough. Like, Sand plus Conkeldurr gives this team a really tough time, I'm realizing. You're dead, dude. What are you doing? Goodbye. So that helps. It's probably not going to be enough. Like, actually, maybe it will, because Rotom might be able to do it now. Like, I click Leaf Storm through their team, which is helpful. I'm obviously just going to Facade this. They should spam Slack Off. Like, I don't know why they didn't spam Recover with the Pex when they had it in. That was the weird play. Because my Facade only did 59, and they still had Black Sludge, right? Oh, no, I knocked that off. Okay, never mind. So let's see. Are you going to go for the KO, or are you going to do something else here? If I can drop this and then stall Sand, I believe the game is mine, but... I don't know, like, I would love to do it without trying to go for Leaf Storm hitting if possible, but I think I might just have to go off those odds. This might get dropped, dude. Okay, it nearly did, but it was able to hang on. I'm not gonna obstruct here, there's no point. Yeah, they're gonna knock me out. Life Orb, huh? My best play is to... If Toxtricity lives, I can go that, but I really don't think it does. Toxtricity against Bisharp. OUSD, Life Orb. I do live Adamant Life Orb, Sucker Punch. So I go out into that and Boom Burst. That just gives Drill the auto win. I think what I have to do here is go Sirfetch'd and close combat. I should live an Iron Head. I can close combat here. That doesn't allow that thing to SD. Then it's just a matter of how do I revenge it and still win the game. Yeah, hang on. I think I might have to hope a Leaf Storm kills it. Like, if Leaf Storm doesn't kill, I might have lost. Actually, no, wait, because they can't hit me very hard. Actually, they went out into this first, which is also really interesting. Why? What's the best play? I think all I have to do is go to this and Boom Burst. Because that should put this in range of... Well, it's already in range of Leaf Storm. The thing is... If they SD, that would be really bad. I'm just gonna go to this and Leaf Storm, I think. Like, I can't allow them to Whirlwind me around here. That would be worst case. Let's just Leaf Storm. Yeah, kill it. Drill is gonna come in as last Mon. Undefeated question mark? I don't know. It depends on what this can do to me. It is Sand Rush, so I think their best move to hit me is either Rock Slide or Iron Head. Do I switch out to get rid of my boost? Ah, they SD'd. I should have attacked or burnt it. It depends on how much Leaf Storm does. But yeah, they're obviously going to drop me there. They have Rock Slide. Wait, but they're Life Orb. If I can live a +2 Rock Slide here, Leaf Storm should drop them because of their Life Orb recoil. Can I live? Nah, Drill is way too strong. GG, dude. Was that a roll? Ah, I was so close to the Undefeated live, man. That's so sad. I feel like I choked the endgame too. If I stayed in on the SD, what would have happened? I think I go Toxtricity, I get dropped, and the sand would have still been up, right? So maybe it wouldn't have made a difference, actually. I think I would have lost, but... let's see. Sand Rush, Sweeper. Maybe I could have tried to pivot. Oh, Leaf Storm might have not dropped them. Was the Rock Slide a roll, or not? Rock Slide, +2, Adamant, Life Orb. Looks like they max rolled it? No, I'm looking at Iron Head. Yeah, Rock Slide always dropped me there. So yeah, they definitely had that game. Well played by that guy, but I definitely think his Conkeldurr plus a Drill matchup was also really strong. I did hope you all enjoyed. You can find this team down below in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.